Okay, thanks for coming in, Dr. J.W. Ayoub. The Cost of Legislative Experimentation, a Therapy Journey. We're up to episode 12. We've got 13, 14, 2 to go after this. Why female privacy must govern female spaces. Why female privacy must govern female spaces. I hope many of you that have made it this far have a much more contented mind and heart as to the reality of what's going on here. Why female privacy must govern female spaces, because there's no stable solution while female privacy is governed by anything other than female biology. Not preference, not politeness, not institutional convenience, biological sovereignty. Because female privacy is not an administrative category. It is bodily authority. It is the right of biological women to control the conditions under which their bodies, vulnerability, exposure, recovery, and safety are protected. Once that sovereignty is shared, female privacy no longer governs itself. It becomes governed by negotiation. And negotiated privacy is diminished privacy. This lesson argues that female privacy must govern female spaces because biology created the need for those spaces. And where biological sex is materially relevant, biological sex must remain sovereign over the boundary. And without biological sovereignty, female privacy becomes conditional, unstable, and dependent upon competing identity claims. And that is not protection. That is surrender disguised as accommodation. Female spaces exist because female bodies matter. A change room is not merely a room. A refuge is not merely a service. A prison is not merely an institution. An intimate care setting is not merely a policy environment. Each involves bodily exposure, risk, vulnerability, trauma, modesty, trust, and biological reality. Female privacy was created to protect those realities. It cannot be governed by a characteristic which did not create them. And this is where shared governance fails. It does not merely complicate privacy, it alters ownership. And the woman no longer experiences the boundary as hers. She experiences it as contested. She's no longer protected by a sovereign female category. She's placed inside a category requiring ongoing permission from another governing claim. That is demoralizing. It tells biological women that their own embodied reality is no longer sufficient to govern protections built for that reality. And the impact's profound, viewers and listeners. Female privacy becomes explainable, then debatable, then challengeable, then legitimate, then conditional. And at each stage, biological sovereignty is weakened. Women lose more than access to a space. They lose authority over the meaning of the space. They lose confidence that biology still possesses governing force. They lose the settled expectation that female means female, where female privacy is the purpose. And that's why no durable remedy exists without restoration of the law. Female privacy must not merely be recognised, it must govern, because a right that does not govern can be overridden. A boundary that does not govern can be entered. A category that does not govern can be redefined, as they did in 2013. And a woman whose biological reality does not govern female privacy is not protected by that privacy. She's just merely consulted within it. So, my final statement, the biological sovereignty is the restoration point, not hostility, not revenge, not restoration, but recovery, full recovery of biological sovereignty. Where biological sex created the need for female privacy, biological sex must govern the female boundary. And anything less leaves women inside a category they can no longer fully rely upon. Co-mutual governance cannot protect female privacy because it makes female privacy answerable to the very claim that contests it. And that's why the remedy must be precise. Female privacy must govern female spaces. Biology must govern where biology created the protection, and Parliament must restore what shared governance destabilised.